Hi everyone, it's me, Carsten. This is sort of a new video format for my channel, but this is the direction I want to take my channel in, so if you don't like it, I'm sorry, I guess. I love Edgar Wright. He's my favorite film director. Everything Edgar Wright has made, I have loved. In this video, I'm going to attempt to rank his 5 films. I adore every film of his, and it was unbelievably hard to rank these. I also haven't seen A Fistful of Fingers, because that film is impossible to find. It was a film Edgar Wright made while he was still in school, so yeah. Shaun of the Dead. I think this and Hot Fuzz is his 2 perfect films. But personally, I just don't see myself rewatching this a whole lot. It's directed perfectly, the writing is fantastic, and this is one of his funniest films. If zombie movies aren't your thing, this might not be your cup of tea, but every time I watch this I have a blast. I know that this is definitely a me thing since it's my least favorite Edgar Wright film, but still I love it so much. I know I'm going to be saying this for all of the Cornetto films, but Simon Pegg and Nick Frost work wonderfully with each other. It's definitely one of Edgar Wright's perfect films. It's just my least favorite. Baby Driver is just so cool. This is basically a musical. Every song fits perfectly in every scene. The beat of the song will usually be synced up with gunshots or simply dollar bills being placed on a table. This was my first Edgar Wright film, as I imagine it was for a lot of other people. Oh, and the car chases in this film. These are some of the best car chases ever made. Characters are also really interesting for the most part. I think the love interest maybe slowed some of the scenes down, no pun intended, but other than that, I think this film is very fun. Sure, it doesn't stick the landing perfectly, but I'm one of the few people that don't mind the ending that much. Everyone is great in the movie, but Jamie Foxx is definitely my favorite actor in the film. Jamie Foxx's character is so sly and so cool, and he steals every scene he's in. Despite recent allegations towards Ansel, I'm still going to talk about him. He's really good in the movie. He plays the role perfectly, and I don't see anyone else playing the role if I'm being completely honest. Baby Driver is a really fun, impeccably directed, but flawed film. Alright, just hold on. Hot Fuzz is Edgar Wright's best film. It's objectively a masterpiece, and this is totally a me thing. I can't find a single flaw within this film, if I'm being completely honest. Just because this isn't my favorite Edgar Wright film doesn't mean I don't see the greatness within it. You get so invested in Simon Pegg's character because everything happening to this guy just sucks. You want to pop everyone in the snout, and I don't want to spoil the movie at all, but you'll know what I mean when you watch the movie. Once again, Edgar Wright directs the utter hell out of this film. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost are perfect once again. The script is just perfect. Everything, literally everything about this film is perfect. Hot Fuzz just isn't my favorite Edgar Wright movie, only because I love the next 2 films way too much. The World's End is sick. It's definitely the weakest film in the Cornetto trilogy, but I don't care. This is by far my favorite film in the Cornetto trilogy. Gary King is a perfect character. This is definitely Simon Pegg's best role. Every scene is a joy with the character of Gary King. And his arc is so touching, and it really came out of nowhere. All the other characters are awesome as well. Nick Frost plays Annie Knightley, a very nice change from the other 2 characters he played in Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. The way the film progresses is also just so neat. So the basic plot of the film is that Gary King rounds up all of his old friends so they can attempt an intense night of drinking that they failed 20 years ago, although they are soon tasked with the challenge to save mankind from otherworldly forces. As the film goes on and on, the characters get more drunk and the film gets more crazy and just stupid fun. This is a very hilarious film, but it's also very touching and heartfelt. The World's End actually had an emotional effect on me, something I can't say about the other Cornetto films. While it's probably not as good as Shaun or Hot Fuzz, it is my favorite of Wright's spectacular Cornetto trilogy. Come on, it's Scott Pilgrim. This movie rules! The direction, the music, the fight scenes, the foreshadowing, the humor, the editing, the performances. Chris Evans? Chris Evans is in this? Guess what? This film didn't even make a profit at the box office. I mean, this made only $48 million, and the last Airbender that came out the same year made $319 million. I think we can all agree on which is the better film. Some people gave this movie crap for Scott and Ramona not having a lot of chemistry together, but like, while I agree that's kind of a flaw with the film, I don't think it matters. I think what matters is the message of the film. The 7 evil exes are a metaphor for the obstacles and things you'll have to overcome in a relationship. In this scene, the box Scott throws away represents everything else in a relationship you have to consider.
So yeah, 8 o'clock?
Scott falls in love with Ramona, and he makes the mistake of jumping straight into a relationship without considering everything else. He then has to defeat 7 evil exes, which as I said, represents the struggles and obstacles of a relationship. You have to be willing to go through the hardest of times just to be with someone you love, even if it means defeating 7 evil exes. I could easily be looking way too hard into this film, but yeah, this is one of my favorite movies of all time, and it is of course my favorite Edgar Wright film.
There's nothing
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I've been dead for the past few months, but anyway, I got a lot of video ideas and now I just gotta actually work on the videos, so look forward to that. Love you all. See you next time. Later.